Summary of The Complete Guide to Mergers and Acquisitions. Process Tools to Support M&A Integration at Every Level. By Timothy J. Galpin and Mark Herndon. Integration, the real deal. Merger and acquisition, M&A, deals have become a part of daily business, yet most M&A deals fail to achieve their intended goals. Merging two organizations is an inherently difficult process that demands effective planning. A well-managed, structured approach leads to faster integration, lower costs, and higher achievement. One M&A method, the Watson-Wyatt deal flow model, lays out 5 parallel, linked stages. 1. The formulate stage, set out concrete business objectives and growth strategies. 2. The locate stage, seek target companies along a logical path, look for synergies. 3. The investigate stage, perform due diligence on the target company. 4. The negotiate phase, address bridging and transition services. 5. The integrate stage, both organizations must decide how fast to move, how to keep the focus on customers, and how to communicate with stakeholder groups. Integration begins with due diligence. Often M&A deals fail due to people issues and clashes of organizational culture. The neglected area of due diligence can have an enormous impact on post-merger integration, including initial risk factors, organizational culture, and human capital. The very notion of due diligence is evolving to include both traditional and non-traditional elements. The first non-traditional element is basic integration risk. Can these two companies really be blended? Can both organizations fulfill their strategies? The second element is a comprehensive cultural analysis to discover whether the organizations are willing to adapt their practices in order to merge. The third non-traditional element is a thorough assessment of both companies and the human capital-related risks of the deal. The two companies must align approaches to human capital issues to motivate the new workforce. One experienced acquirer uses a 6-step approach to cultural due diligence. Begin your process with initial planning and internal and external document research. Then, your company should set interview guidelines and data collection plans for preliminary research that identifies critical issues. After you collect data through interviews with key executives, convey the information to your company's integration manager and officers. Your next step is a kick-off meeting with task force leaders to set up the transition. Welcome to the big leagues of change management. Focus on 7 change management concepts in merger integration. 1. Address issues quickly. Performance, morale, and productivity usually decline as people worry about their futures. Move fast to clear up uncertainty. 2. Apply clear, defined leadership to help everyone get back to business. A single skilled person, with clout and the respect of both companies, must be in charge. 3. Provide extensive communication. Tell people the direction of the company, the purpose and timing of the merger, and their specific tasks. 4. Ensure a focus on customers. Organizations turn inward after a deal is announced. Maintain high customer service standards. Use special incentives if necessary. 5. Make tough decisions. Tough problems don't have perfect solutions. Be decisive and move. 6. Create focused initiatives. Coordinate all elements of the combined organization. 7. Manage resistance at every level. Keep people informed so they'll understand goals and have the ability and willingness to reach them. Merger integration. Merging two organizations is an enormous task, laced with uncertainty and stress. A successful merger demands effective planning and execution. It also requires a compelling vision that all stakeholders understand and embrace, a methodical approach to align in the two organizations' processes, structures, and cultures, and a fast and focused transition. The process includes at least 9 separate, concurrent, interdependent mission-critical responsibilities, or work streams, including leadership, responsibilities, integration planning and implementation, communication, structure, staffing, re-recruiting, cultural integration, human capital-related integration, project management and measurement and feedback. Integration task forces. A single full-time project team, with clear roles, responsibilities, and expectations, should lead the merger effort. Set up task forces around different function areas. Choose their leaders carefully and balance representation from both organizations. Encourage task forces to create sub-teams. When you give people the chance to get involved, they add tremendous positive energy to the process. Begin planning as quickly as practical. Each task force should produce a charter, including an objective statement, synergy targets, data, and documentation requirements. Follow with weekly email updates. The top-level project team should keep the overall effort going with a consolidated project plan. Tell it like it is, honest communication. The grapevine threatens M&A management. To avoid rumors, communicate often and honestly and link your messages to the integration effort's strategic goals. Be proactive, not reactive. Communicate early so you don't have to take a defensive position later. Make your messages consistent and use varied channels. There are 4 phases in M&A communications. 1. Build awareness and explain what is happening to the entire company. 2. Identify current issues and report on the status of the project. 3. When the rollout occurs, disseminate information on proposed changes. 4. Get feedback and fine-tune the implementation of the integration plans. Retaining your key people. It's difficult to retain key people during M&A transactions. Identify the people whose loss would most hurt the organization. Then focus on basic human needs. Abraham Maslow defined a hierarchy of basic human needs, starting with security, then progressing to inclusion, control, ego, and doing the right thing. People need to feel secure and want to feel part of what's going on. Address their job security and consider stay bonuses for key people. Keep people in the loop by sharing information regularly. Give them some merger-related decisions to make and they'll feel more in control. You can also help people's work egos by recognizing their accomplishment of critical integration tasks. Finally, once their other needs are met, people want to do what's right. Help them feel that they are part of the decision-making process to reinforce their belief that they're doing the right thing. Structure and staffing decisions. M&A staffing decisions share several common problems, including severance costs, failure to link staffing with strategy, misinformation about competencies, and failure to establish a process for structure and staffing. To solve staffing problems, begin with a due diligence analysis of human capital. Make structure and staffing decisions based on strategic goals and a business plan. Prepare carefully and act promptly. Seek input from multiple sources, even outside personnel. Communicate openly about structure and staffing decisions. Train your hiring managers carefully, give them tailored instructions. Catch and correct mistakes. Capture your results and retain knowledge. Start building and developing teams early. Merger measurement systems. You'll need to be able to measure several areas to determine whether the M&A effort is going according to plan. Integration measures assess how well the overall approach is working. Operational measures track any merger-related impact on the company's ability to conduct day-to-day business. Process and cultural measures determine the status of efforts to redesign processes and organizational culture. Financial measures track whether you are achieving the intended synergies. You can use specialized questionnaires. Some feedback comes automatically, through technology, but always listen to people in the organization. Cultural integration. Build the culture for your new company based on strategic objectives. Culture is complex and is based on processes in many areas, including rules and policies, goals and measures, ceremonies and events, leadership behavior, communications, and the physical environment. Eliminate legacy activities that are irrelevant to current goals. Keep the costs of the new processes low and make the redesigned process easy to use, implement, and measure. You must develop an implementation plan and stick to it closely. Don't make the common mistake of ignoring cultural integration. Solid work in this area will speed up the integration process. The human resources function. Human resource priorities fall into 2 distinct phases. First comes initial transition responsibilities, including organizational structure, selecting staffing, or deselecting, compensation, benefits and retention. Full integration responsibilities include rationalization and alignment of all the acquired company's HR processes to support your objectives. Don't try to control people's actions by edict. Keys to M&A success. Heed these key recommendations for M&A success. Conduct due diligence in financial and human capital related areas. Decide the desired degree of integration. Speed up decisions instead of focusing on precision. Get support and commitment from senior managers. Select a highly respected and capable integration leader. Select dedicated, capable people for your core team and task forces. Use best practices, learn from others' mistakes, and your own. Set measurable goals and objectives. Provide continuous communication and feedback. Avoid integration killer phrases. A merger of equals never happens, so don't even say so. Don't try to ease the changes in, move fast. Don't withhold information until there's something to tell. These killer phrases lead to beliefs and actions that will wreck your process. Use the tools here to design a process that achieves your M&A goals.